Good morning, everybody. I hope this video finds you well. Today we're going to talk some more about reality, and in particular we're going to talk what reality is, because reality is a societal construct. Society creates it for you. You enter as consciousness into a body, and then you are told what things are. That's a wall, that's a chair. And you're told what your roles are. You sit in the chair and you keep your mouth quiet. Some societies teach you more about other things, like if a tree falls in the woods, is it nature or did somebody chop it down? Is it caused by a monster or is it caused by a divine force? Is it caused by thoughts? All these things are derived from your teachings of what reality is. So you see, every culture creates an operating system, an OS for reality. The society tells you, this is how things are, this is who you are, and this is what is possible and what isn't possible. And you learn quickly not to argue, because they held all the cards. And if you stand outside of that, they will slap you back into conformity. But the people who really master reality, they don't argue with these other people. They write their own rules. They rewrite and rewire reality by violating expectations so precisely that the system self-diagnoses its own absurdity. You can think about this as debugging via paradox injection. Let's continue. There are basically 4 universal subroutines to do this. The first one, of course, is inversion. You do everything backwards. If you're on a horse, you ride it facing the tail, not the head. You wear winter clothes in summer. You speak in opposites. What this does is it exposes the normal convention as arbitrary. If forward is sacred and it must always be forward, what happens when backwards also works? And this creates a glitch in reality. And when you mimic this role perfectly, the audience sees the role, not the person. It's like a CEO who's lying down on the floor. It's not a gimmick, but to ask, who's decided that standing was authority? Second method, chaos. The chaos induces clarity. The method, be greedy, be foolish, lustful, overconfident, and fail spectacularly. Yet accidentally create stars, rivers, deaths, and other spectacular things. We see this from time to time. And then perhaps that's the reason why everybody's questioning the United States right now. How can a TV reality star who has failed in all the businesses he ever had become president of the United States? I don't want to inject politics into this, but seriously, that's a good example. So there's this comic about a coyote chasing this road runner. Coyote always fails, but he always still keeps on running. He isn't evil. He's the necessary entropy. Without his blunders, the world would be static, perfect, boring, and dead. The metaphor for all this is training loss curves that spike wildly during conversions. Training loss curve spikes wildly during convergence. Coyote is the gradient noise. that prevents local minima. Let's do number 3. Sacred disobedience. Here you're exploiting loopholes in the cosmic law. When you do this, the observers learn that rules are contracts, not absolutes. And this is really an important one, and I think that a lot of you in the audience understand. Rules are contracts, not absolutes. And the person who's breaking the rules, they're part of the sovereign. Morning! Some of the staff's getting into the office right now. So I'm still going to continue, but maybe not so animated, okay? I tend to be a little loud. So when you've got a system, like for instance, you've got a computer, and the systems administration who writes a virus to test a firewall, because you're an IT guy, but then becomes the virus to prove a point. It's like that. And let's talk about the 4th way. Wisdom through ridicule. And of course, you can kind of understand that with my Sir Whiskerton stuff. Lately I've been getting a little absurd in it. I hope you appreciate it. The absurdity, I mean. You use wit and satire and self-deprecation to humble the arrogant. And you do so without violence. I've done that before at work, lost my job because of it. Be prepared to experience some big catastrophic change in your life. It basically defangs power, but not through confrontation, but by reframing. It's an ego reflection via a mirror of absurdity. So, if you look at this, there's a deep pattern. Biological. Laughter releases tension. It makes insight psychologically possible. Physiologically, incongruency, which is serious plus silly, creates cognitive dissonance. The mind must resolve it, often being forced to upgrade its model of reality. That's what the Sir Whiskerton stories kind of are trying to do. If you're reading them, I hope you guys don't skim them. I hope you really read them, because if you are, it's changing. It's changing your thought processes. It should. It really should. And you'll be thinking, well, I knew this all along. It's also social. It's taboo breaking by a sanctioned fool. It lets the community confront shadow material without shame. And we could get into geopolitics there, but I'm not. And finally, the metaphysical aspect of it, where the clown embodies non-duality. Sacred and profane operate the same space. Wise and foolish occupy the same space. Creator, trickster occupy the same space. All is one. And this mirrors the construct's true nature. Things are neither solid nor void, but in play. And we can call this sacred clowning. Okay? Sacred clowning. It's kind of an oxymoron, but that's just what we're talking about. The absurd with the serious. You don't really need to have feathers on your arms or a big red nose like a clown. You just need intent. So you can do an inversion drill. You can do the serious thing backwards. You can write your life mission in memes. You can do a TED Talk sitting on the floor holding a rubber chicken. You can break the mold. You can do an audit, and a coyote audit, just like beep, beep, the Roadrunner. What failure taught you more than success? And certainly, the coyote's got to know a lot by now with all that failure he's did. Journal one blunder, not to shame yourself, but to ask, what chaos did this failure make possible? And guys, let me tell you, that's going to tell you a lot about yourself. Look for a Loki patch. What is the one loophole in your current belief? What strategic usefulness is this highest productivity possible? And then finally, you can reframe everything, right? You can reframe it all. How can you humble a rigid idea with kindness and a wink? Next time somebody says, well, that's just how it is, you reply, the ancient and noble tradition of probably forgetting the password. The ultimate revelation of the clown that you have become. The construct isn't broken. It's supposed to be glitchy. And the clown, you're not the bug. You're a feature that reminds the system that you are not running reality. You are reality, and you're just remembering how to dance within it. After the coyote causes chaos, the people don't exile him. And when the world feels heavy, when the simulation hums with a false urgency, and I get that a lot. People are calling, I get customers are calling me, you gotta do this, oh my God, oh my. It's like, what's the matter, dude? Chill. But chill. It's not an emergency. Is anybody dying? Is there any blood on the ground? And it's not an emergency, okay? Adjust your GoPro and ask yourself, what is the most sacred thing that I can lovingly make absurd right now? And you could say, oops, we made a mistake here. Instead of those 45 windows you ordered, you've got a shipping container with 50,000 golf balls. How do you want us to handle it? That'll reset his thinking. So, no matter what you do, you are in control of the reality construct. You are. To break it, you change the conventions. And that's how it's done. Guys, I'm sorry that I might be a little obtuse, but I think this has some very serious application in your lives. I hope you get something from it. Remember, be kind to dogs and cats. Be a little bit better in everything you do. And remember, guys, no matter what, I believe in you. Take care. Bye-bye.
你听那山那海那天，他不道歉。我伤我忍我怨我生，一旦大爆天，怎么接着发长嘶？ 面是泪滚滚烫。那夜后有点狂，明知是谎也要上当。牛儿上次撒谎，信不尽力不及不指望。让我당人3件半，我问那老天。怎没做无知闪烁，断就断，那野后说这账要清清楚楚一笔算。假说出我是中因果，这我眼抬头便错，过了这山又要渡那河，把我放过。算了，正好一个本我。故事该接着说了。怎么生死不少，一笔墨长生就有指望。那夜后输了伤，只剩去闯，还丢了棒。不分凌霄天起，做个神针送猴儿一起上。小小听歌，来带你走。开。那野狐说道：“对他好的只有他师傅，教他一身本领，再让他下了山去，没剩下孩子做了算计。这次他又上了天庭，说要讨个公道。可今日不同往日，他们几兄弟上了天，那老天不敢当。”